Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Thursday, January 16th, 2025. I'm going to go right to the short-term charts. I know that's what you're probably wanting to see anyway, especially if you're kind of a 2 to 3 week to 3 to 5 day swing trader. 432.38 is the formation I've been mentioning now as our upward pivot point through the rest of January, and then anticipating if we close above 432.38, the 504.22 long-term channel top within about 2 to 3 weeks. So closing above 532.38 today should yield that 504.22 5-year channel top within about 2 to 3 weeks with present volatility, where we could place a good high into the second quarter, possibly fall away from there into the second quarter, back into the 340s perhaps. We could trade inside of this wide band for months to come. Of course, there'd be a long-term buy signal above 504.22. Actually, this is what it looks like. So if, and it's not going to happen this week, of course, I'm just kind of giving you the heads up. This is old information. We're basically relegated to, these sort of wave patterns. The line studies kind of vanish once you get above that 5-year channel top. I would then expect 607.73 within probably 3 to 5 weeks, that 727.17 level, and that could be within 3 to 5 months of closing above the 504.22 5-year channel top by the required 1% margin of 509.27. We're a long way from that, though, just yet. On an intraday basis, if we happen to push or open today above 432.38, I would expect 448.23 pretty quickly. That could be within a matter of minutes, of course. And then if we close today above 532.38, I would expect I've got these former channel bottoms in the mid 480s. We may be fine-tuning this over the next day or two. You have a high settlement price. I think that's around 479 and change. There's just other levels for us to lean on. But really, I think if we close above 532.38, you can expect, how do I frame this? 504.22 within 2 to 3 weeks. It's as simple as that. Because this former channel structure rises over the next week and converges with 504.22, and by the time we test 504.22, it'll actually be much higher. But we can continue to watch this through time. It'll still be a decent day tradable, possibly 3 to 5 day swing tradable area. But bottom line, closing above 532.38, I see no convincing reason to be short Tesla as we move through the rest of January, expecting then the 504.22 long-term channel top within 2 to 3 weeks. So if you're short, you should reverse and go long with a settlement today above 432.38. Now for the downside, I don't remember exactly. Okay, 401.42. This is in the event that we open lower and ease back today. 401.42 is nothing more than a 50% downside retracement over the last 2 weeks extremes. That might even capture a daily low. But if you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, it's basically selling 432.38 and buying 378.10. You can buy 378.10 to go long then in anticipation of possible upward rotation over the following 3 to 5 days to 432.38. That is the play right now. Now, there's also reason to consider the possibility of closing above 432.38. Inflation is still under control, more so than anticipated. The Fed has room to lower rates after all as we continue into later 25. This is deemed bullish, obviously, generally speaking, for the overall stock market. But if you watch my daily Triple Q report or my NASDAQ 100 analysis on wickedstocks.com, you know that the NASDAQ 100 and the Triple Q have merely retraced back up to a significant long-term price ceiling. So, the jury is still out in terms of what may play out long-term for the Triple Q and the SPY. And if we can close above that price point over the next few days, certainly tomorrow's close Friday, that could then skew everything back into the bullish column for the NASDAQ 100. And of course, Tesla would also have settled above 432.38. So there is some sort of synchronicity here between Tesla and the NASDAQ 100. The NASDAQ 100 is testing a long-term 4-star resistance area that has the capability of containing quarterly activity, whereas 432.38 is a 2-week channel top that may contain weekly highs. But if we close above it, get out of the way, reverse and go long, 504.22 likely within 2 to 3 weeks, where we could top out through February and even into the second quarter. Once again, downside today, we've got decent support at 401.42. If we happen to break 401.42, we could test 378.10 today. There's also 388.98. That is that channel top that we sliced through on Tuesday and fell back to close below. And then, obviously on Wednesday, we continue higher. So there you have it. So 388.98, just a minor point. I really think it is selling 432.38 and buying, did I say 432? Yes, 432.38. My goodness, the swings in this stock are amazing. I mean, 10% moves in a day or thereabouts are not uncommon in this stock. And there just aren't many stocks that actually do that are large cap in nature like this one. So once again, buying 378.10, selling 432.38, selling short 432.38, buying back at 378.10. That is the ping pong strategy for the next 3 to 5 days. Unless we close above 432.38, then forget about it. You're long for the next 2 to 3 weeks up to 504.22. Now downside, if, and it's not going to happen today, over the next few days we close below 378.10, we just have a 3 to 5 day sell signal down to long-term support at 341.72, which is that 2-year channel top we settled above about 7 weeks ago, which at that time indicated the 504.22 channel top as a 3 to 5 month target. Volatility spiked, and we saw it in about 3 to 5 weeks. But we could see 341.72 by the end of next week if we happen to settle over the next few days below the 378.10 formation. I think I've said it all. If I say any more, it'll be even more repetitious than it already has been. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial, daily triple Q, daily SPY analysis, 2 individual stock picks a week that cater to the 3 to 5 week out to the 3 to 5 month time horizons. We've got weekly Apple stock, weekly S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to leave it at that. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Friday's Tesla. You have a great day.